whacking in the background. But so the building behind us, some of you may be familiar with. It's really for generations. Area residents have come to know this facility in the early years as Lebanon Valley General Hospital, and then it became the Hyman Kaplan Pavilion through a generous gift from the Kaplan family back in the 1980s. It was really one of the first significant gifts to the Good Samaritan Hospital Foundation back then, and really I think got us started on our way. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. For the past 3 decades, the Kaplan name really has graced this building in recognition of their generosity to this community and to help serve the community. And today, with really the full support of the Kaplan family, and I don't believe anybody's here today from the family, we wish to acknowledge and thank them for their generosity in the past, but we're really here to announce a new era for this building. And thanks to a generous gift and really the vision of the Francis J. Dixon Foundation, Frank, thank you very much, we're going to be able to provide residents of Lebanon County with integrated care that will help them live healthier lives. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. Sorry. I'm not emotional, it's just a cold. I might get emotional in a minute, but it's actually my pleasure to announce that the Francis J. Dixon Foundation has given a $2 million gift to Wellspan to help us establish a new community health and wellness center here in Lebanon. Really, the project is aimed at improving access not only to primary care, but behavioral health services and social services to all of Lebanon County, and especially those in the city of Lebanon as well. In honor of this generous gift, we will be renaming the building to the Wellspan Dixon Foundation Health Center. So we're thrilled about that. And the name reflects not just the Dixon Foundation's gift, which is greatly appreciated, but also their commitment to ensuring that the citizens of Lebanon County have good health, good education, and that's really been the mission, I think, of Frank and the foundation for a long time. And it's great because it's really where we all live, work, and play here in Lebanon County. So Frank, thank you for your generosity. The Health and Wellness Center project's really an important initiative, not only for Wellspan, but I think the community overall, and a lot of our community partners, many of which are here today. So thank you all for attending. It's really an example, I think, of the kind of community partnerships that are needed to really improve the health and vitality of our community. And now I'd like to ask you to join me in welcoming President and Chief Executive Officer of Wellspan Health, Dr. Kevin Moser, in karaoke.
Thank you. I have about 2 hours of remarks, so I'll try to keep it brief. But thanks, Tom, for the introduction. It's just really exciting for us as an organization, Wellspan Health, and I hope also for the Lebanon community. You know, Wellspan Health is a charitable organization. We are actually the only remaining community-based South Central Pennsylvania community-owned health system in this market, believe it or not. It's kind of an interesting development for us. And we have a really deep and abiding commitment to the communities that we serve. It's really part of our mission. Our mission specifically talks about our commitment to great health care for all and for lifelong wellness and healthy communities. And so the first time I ever met Frank Dixon, Frank and I had a conversation. He told me about the foundation, and it was pretty clear to me that the Dixon Foundation and Wellspan Health really had a shared passion for this type of work, and it really made us natural partners in this endeavor. And it's not a surprise at all to us that the foundation got involved in this really early, supported the feasibility study that allowed us to identify our strategy for this health and wellness center to serve this community. And what we found through the study, our community health needs assessment that we do on a regular basis in all of our communities, that there is a real need for greater access to care for the residents of this community, especially here in the city of Lebanon. We know that this area also will benefit from integrating health services, including primary care, behavioral health, other social services in a comprehensive way that really provides access to services for all members of the community of the city of Lebanon. So we can now begin to bridge that gap thanks to the generosity of the Dixon Foundation and its $2 million gift. this is going to allow us to work to bridge the gap and provide services to those in our community who are truly the most vulnerable in their health care. So, you know, Frank has had a very long and illustrious time in this community, and we are proud to help lead the effort, but obviously, as a healthcare organization, we can't do it alone. We have the Dixon Foundation as a founding partner, so we have a tremendous start. But we want to plan and design this community asset with the help and input from all of our community partners here in Lebanon, and have this be a true community health effort. And we hope to fill a very important healthcare need and a critical resource for all of our friends and neighbors here in Lebanon. So we're grateful, very grateful to the Dixon Foundation for recognizing these needs. I'm so grateful to Frank for his vision that the health of a community depends on the health of all of its residents, each and every of its residents. If one is not healthy, then all the rest of us aren't healthy. And I love Frank's vision for that. I also want to echo Tom's thanks to the Kaplan family. They have long and generous support of Good Samaritan Hospital, and it's a tribute to their ongoing generosity that they support the direction we're taking here and the new name for this building. And so now I'd like to welcome a man who's just been a tremendous and generous partner with Wellspan Good Samaritan Hospital over the years. Whenever there's been a need in Lebanon County to promote education, to support healthcare needs, and Frank made it very clear to me early on, those were the two passions foundation, but Frank stepped up so many times in a big way. As you all know, he rebuilt the Hack Lebanon campus when it was destroyed by fire in 1990. His foundation has awarded hundreds of scholarships annually, and for a long time has supported the Volunteers in Medicine Free Health Clinic since it was founded. Now, this is a foundation that started nearly 30 years ago, so through these 3 decades, Frank and his foundation have been consistent partners with us, highly appreciated partners with us in our effort to improve the health of Lebanon County. So, for example, the Dixon Foundation provided seed money to develop our oncology program. They also were a major benefactor for the renovation of our Wellspan Good Samaritan Hospital Emergency Department. And they're also the named sponsors of the hospital's 3rd floor inpatient progressive health unit. And today, with this, I don't know if I mentioned this $2 million gift. $2 million gift. The Dixon Foundation has again partnered with us to help improve the health of our community, and there's a little more important to that. So please join me in welcoming and thanking Frank Dixon. Frank, come on.
Thank you, Kevin, and thank you, Tom, for those very generous and kind words. And as you noticed, the manicuring going across the street stopped as soon as I got up here. Before I do get into my few words of 2.5 hours, I do want to bring up the Hyman Kaplan Pavilion subject one more time. The Kaplan family has been very, very understanding, cooperative, and supportive of what's taking place here. And Mr. Hyman Kaplan will be remembered forever in a memorial inside this building. So the Kaplan name is not disappearing. The Dixon Foundation has a mission statement that we established when we formed the foundation way back in 1989. It's a very long mission statement, and I'm going to go through it right now for you. And it states that the mission of the Dixon Foundation is to provide educational and healthcare services for the needy population of Lebanon County. That particular statement is read before every meeting of the Dixon Foundation starts, so it's ingrained in us. And this particular facility here just follows through with that. And may I point out that about a year and a half ago, right not long after the Wellspan Good Samaritan merger took place, I received a call from Dr. Moser's office saying that he was going to be in town and he would like to have a short 30-minute meeting with me so that we could get to know each other. And I agree, because I wanted to meet him as much as he wanted to meet me, I guess. But lots of things went wrong in that meeting. That 30-minute meeting lasted 2.5 hours. By the end of the 2.5 hours, listening to the interesting things that Kevin was telling me, that whole 2 hours, all I kept hearing through it was the mission statement of the Dixon Foundation. Everything that he was talking about in this Health and Wellness Center just said what our mission statement says. So we were great supporters. What had to be done, of course, is a study. That study took a year, I believe, and it was over in May or June of this year, and here we are today announcing that major things are going to take place in this particular building. And I have been assured that when this is in full operation, that there will be no place in the state of Pennsylvania that will be able to provide health and wellness treatments for its population any better than we'll be able to support right here. So for that, we're extremely grateful and honored. I think another thing is important. You know, when you do something like this on a county-wide basis, it's important that for the population that we're going to serve, that it be convenient. I don't have anything to do with the treatment that's going to be going on for these people, but I was impressed with this particular location. If you're familiar with the map of Lebanon County, Lebanon City is relatively dead center in Lebanon County. So this location is convenient for the population of the type of people that we're going to serve. In addition, if there's plenty of parking, maybe not today, but I know I parked back there. There's all kinds of parking here. That's hard to find in a convenient location. Now, many of those people may not have their own vehicle to come here, but within seconds, right down the street, every bus route in the city or in the county of Lebanon makes many stops just seconds away from here. So you couldn't get more convenient. So it has everything to make it success, and I think it has the full support of the Wellspan organization. So we're privileged, we're honored and thrilled. And it's supposed to be 2 to 3 years. I think it's a big project. And I want those in charge to know that I'm 88, so get the job done as fast as you can. Thank you.